only 5 minutes out of the workshop, and I'm really hugely impressed by what's been going on during the day. Carsten and the Circular Society have just put something together which I hadn't thought possible. There's huge impact on me and my thinking during just one day, and it was my first touching point, real time with the Circular Society, and I'm hugely impressed by the way this thing's been set up, by the diversity of the people, by the diversity of the views, and it's been a very enriching and truly deep experience, and I'm very thankful. And I'm going to go home and definitely take this with me, and it's going to be with me for a long time, and I'm also going to elaborate on it because it was just a truly great experience, and thank you.
So there are a couple of key principles that we're working with here. The first one is what we call bandwidth. And the way I would put that is that most of the time, most of us are walking through each day with a narrow bandwidth, to use computer analogy. And that becomes our habit. And that's actually how we see the world, how we feel the world. And what we're interested in is what happens when we expand or really stretch that bandwidth. Part of that narrow bandwidth is the world of certainty, a world of constant doing, constant task solving, fixing, which tends to exclude a deeper part of our nature, which I call being, which is more reflective, more intuitive, and much more spacious, and resides much more in unknowing and uncertainty. And I believe, and have experienced for many years, that that is the fertile ground in which what we call innovation can occur. And so much of the work we do is helping people stretch beyond the borders that are known into this more fertile, open ground. And we also do that in exercises where we learn to pay attention in a very different way. Most of the time when people are talking, we just pay attention to their content. That's a narrow bandwidth, because actually whenever someone is talking, there's a multidimensional process going on. And the more we learn to listen to that, the bigger the space opens also between us, and into that space begin to come what we call insights or streams of energy that have a much more future-based quality, meaning they're not coming from our familiar structures. They're coming from somewhere outside.
I'm very thankful for the experience today. My main takeaway is being more and doing less, and connecting the two much better together. And the course gave me a new enlightenment of how to do that and all the background behind it. And I will continue to do so, and probably until the end of my life. But it's a very exciting journey, and I think at the end I will be completely in sync with myself and be maybe 95% being and 5% doing. Thank you for the experience again.
The highlights of this taster day were people consenting to dive into a relatively profound inquiry just for one day. Some of them without much experience of the field of this kind of work, and discovering that there are inner spaces available to them, and spaces of contact when they work and practice with other people that are revealing to them the hidden potential for more availability to what we're calling here the stream of life, through which innovation can come. And I was surprised and touched by how much people were prepared to dive so courageously into that space. It was very beautiful, and the results consequently were often also surprising and amazing. The Call of the Future is a course that we've designed in 2 separate modules of 2 days each. And in the first course, we'll explore with people their capacity to begin to open to the space of unknown, through which it's our experience authentic innovation can flow. And the second 2-day module will be a place of deepening and practice, where they can begin to discover the radical implications of this form of opening for their life and for their teams or organizations, if that is where they come from.
Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much to Circular Society, Carsten and Susanna, and especially their hosts today, which were Nicholas and Stephen. They really picked us up on new topics, and they gave me strength and inspiration in continuing to change the world at its best. They made me feel that a lot of things that I'm interested in and that run around my mind can be taken to reality just by myself, just by believing in the thoughts I have and sharing it with others. And it's a very, very impressing day that we had today, and I thank you very much, and I hope I can visit you at similar occasions again, and I would always love to come and always love to share. Thank you very much.